Hello guys, it's me Elisha Stanton. Welcome to the Elisha Stanton Show. Today I'm going to be showing you how I became the Joker for my own makeup tutorial on my channel. This one's called the Joker Makeup Tutorial. So let's get started, shall we? And there we go. Now, what you're going to need to do is make sure that you be careful with your shirt. So, I'm going to be popping out a few things that I use for the entire makeup. There is setting powder. This one's called the Marron one. This is the Clown White makeup called CC Beauty. This was for my Joker makeup. And these, excuse me, this one is the powder puff for my white makeup. This is also the makeup brush that I used. And this is for the red lips. And as for this one is for the eyebrows. As for this one is for the hair color. This is the brush for the red lips. And last but not least, this is the brush that I used for the Joker makeup. The entire area. Now, what you want to be doing is, first of all, that. This one's almost empty, so I'm just going to do this. You want to make sure you're accessing all the makeup around you. Now okay, this one's completely empty, so I'm all out of green hair color spray. You want to be careful with the skin to where you're aiming the green hair color spray. So what I like to do is get rid of some of the stuff that's on the skin of my head and ears. Okay. Now, for the makeup effect. So, the first part of the makeup you're going to use is obviously the white makeup. So, what I like to do is add a few touches of the paint. And as I'm putting some white cream makeup on my forehead, I need to make sure that it's fully colored so I don't mess up. So, as I'm going, I'm putting it above the eyebrows and right between the eyebrows. So, you want to make sure you're doing very well at the base. You want to make sure you do your best to get the makeup process going. Okay, as I continue putting it on, you might want to pat your face on while the paint is still there, so you want to get it nice and even while you're doing it, while you're painting your entire face. You want to make sure that you don't run out of paint. So, you go right between the hair and the head. As you can see, I'm already going for it. So as you're doing it, you want to keep patting your head to still get it nice and even. And as you keep doing it, you just keep patting and patting and patting so it doesn't look all smudged and everything. So I'm putting more paint on the brush. So you want to put some paint on the nose as well and right on to where the eye areas are. And on the upper and lower lip, you want to make sure you don't paint your lips. That's for the red as well. So, as I said, you want to get the entire paint on. So make sure there isn't any technical difficulties of the face paint, of the white cream makeup. I'm putting it over the eyelids, all to myself. The reason I don't do eyeshadow for the Joker makeup is because I don't want my Joker makeup to look more scary for kids. I just want to make it more perfect and more accurate. So, you also want to make sure you get the paint all over your neck as you continue painting your entire face. And you want to make sure you want to get it on the chin as well. And as you can see, I might have missed a few areas of the hair for my green hair coloring, but it doesn't matter. As you keep doing it, you might want to cover the entire chin with paint. And what you also want to do is try patting some paint on your neck as you put a bunch of little coats of paint on the neck and the chin area and the face area too. See? And there you're really getting at it. Oh, and also how I became the Joker is that I've always wanted to be the Joker. I was once the Joker for Halloween when I was 8 years old. I went trick-or-treating at SeaWorld, and then I went trick-or-treating at the not-so-scary Halloween party at the Magic Kingdom. It was really fun and amazing. Then I went to the movies and park, and I won the costume contest there. Those were good times. Anyway, you still want to make sure you want to get the paint nice and even as you're patting your entire face. And now, you want to make sure that you paint the ears to make yourself look more better and more sinister. And as you're doing it, you might want to be sure the entire ears are covered in paint. And as you're doing the makeup process, you might also need some good old setting powder. You want to make sure you look really good. Just keep patting the paint on your neck. And you might want to make sure your thing is closed. The can of cream makeup as I'm struggling. So, there we go. You might want to get your hands cleaned so you don't keep a mess on your hands. And as I'm cleaning the paintbrush for the face, it's very nice to just keep it clean. And now I'm going to be adding some setting powder. And here we go. Yes, So you might want to make sure you don't miss any few spots, as I'm putting a bunch of powder on my face. And while putting powder on your face, you might want to make sure that it doesn't come off. Or if you're struggling to breathe properly, you might want to exit out and take a nice breath. And you can continue doing the face powder all over the entire face. Make sure you don't miss a few spots so it doesn't feel a little squishy and smudgy. As you're using one of the powder brushes to get the excess of powder off your face, you might want to use another one to make sure you powder the ears to the paint. You still don't want to miss a few spots as I keep going and going. So, there we go. You don't want to miss the neck or the entire areas of the chin or the face either. The lower and upper lips as well. So, what you want to do is continue powdering so you don't miss a few spots. Okay, now we're going to be moving on to the red lips. So you want to use that powder for the red lips. So first you want to do is use the red grease paint that I showed you earlier. You use a red paintbrush. So also you still don't want to miss a few spots from the face makeup. So first thing, this pen is for the eyebrows. So you want to use the eyebrow pen to color the eyebrows green. And there we go. And now for the main attraction. As you can see, I'm already coloring my lips red with the red grease paint to make it nice and perfect. And as you can see, you want to make it look fully colored. And now to use the powder for the powder puff that I used for the red lips. First, you want to make sure your red paintbrush is clean, the red lip stained paintbrush. Also, you might want to make sure your entire body is clean from the powder, which I made a mess on, by the way. And now for the powder. Now, you want to make it look more better. You might want to cover the entire lip with some nice setting powder. And once you made sure of it, you want to use the same powder brush to brush off the powder off your lips. There we go. And that's the Joker makeup. The iconic Joker look. Why so serious? See you all next time. Please subscribe to the channel. Oh, and another thing. I'll be watching.